Hey, I'm Ryan Reynolds. At Mint Mobile, we like to do the opposite of what Big Wireless does. They charge you a lot, we charge you a little. So naturally, when they announced they'd be raising their prices due to inflation, we decided to deflate our prices due to not hating you. That's right. We're cutting the price of Mint Unlimited from $30 a month to just $15 a month. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
$45 upfront payment equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Taxes and fees extra. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes. See details.
On today's Smart 7, Joe Biden weighs in on Trump win, Bank of England cuts rates and much more. It's Friday, 8th of November. It's National Cappuccino Day and happy birthday, Gordon Ramsay.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
US President Joe Biden weighed in on Donald Trump's election victory on Thursday. He spoke from the White House Rose Garden, famously redesigned by Melania, and assured Americans that there would be a smooth transfer of power and that the will of the people will prevail.
Campaigns are contests of competing visions. The country chooses one or the other. We accept the choice. I've said many times, you can't love your country only when you win.
He had words of consolation for Vice President Harris, saying that she ran an inspiring campaign. Back in the UK, Cabinet Minister Pat McFadden was busy trying to tidy up Labour's relationship with Trump as the UK faces a potentially difficult political environment and the threat of tariffs. There was also the complaint Trump's campaign filed about Labour sending volunteers to help Kamala, and Tory MPs have been urging the government to apologise.
An accident of timing about the election in the UK and the US is that because they come within a few months of one another, the character of the governments in both countries are set, and therefore we can look to a positive and fruitful working relationship.
European leaders were in Budapest on Thursday for a European Political Community Summit. The event saw leaders from more than 40 countries meet, hosted by Hungarian PM Viktor Orban, a man who Donald Trump speaks fondly of. Trump certainly cast a shadow over proceedings with calls for Europe to move faster on investment in defence and to take more responsibility for its own security. Orban is alone amongst European leaders in opposing aid to Ukraine, but Ukrainian President Zelensky, who spoke at the conference, was urging a unified approach in the defence of his country.
We need to respect each other. We need to prevent any future challenges on the equal basis. So we are not mixing two issues and questions. It's all about respect.
Vladimir Putin was also busy on Thursday, offering congratulations to Donald Trump on his victory and speaking admiringly of how Trump behaved after the assassination attempt during the campaign. He said he was impressed by the correct way he responded to being shot, calling him courageous like a man, which will surely be music to Trump's ears. Putin also spoke in Sochi on foreign policy and offered a new calmer tone.
What we need is a rational, objective analysis of what is going on. Russia does not see Western civilization as an enemy.
There was good news for mortgage holders on Thursday as the Bank of England dropped interest rates again, taking them down another quarter point to 4.75%. The bank did have a warning, though, that Chancellor Rachel Reeves' budget does contain what it sees as inflationary measures, which may mean that further interest rate reductions will take place over a longer timeline. Bank of England Governor Andrew Bailey was keen to point out that as far as the bank is concerned, the days of an inflation-driven cost of living crisis are essentially over.
We think that the most likely profile of inflation going forwards, yes, it will go up a bit. We've got really good news. It's come down more than we thought it would, so we're starting at a lower level. There will be some increase, but the budget is only one contribution to that.
A dispute over spending rules may see Germans head to the polls in the new year as the ruling coalition has collapsed. Chancellor Olaf Scholz says he will call a vote of confidence in his government early next year after disagreement over the budget led to a falling out with Finance Minister Christian Lindner, who is also the leader of the Free Democrats Party. Scholz leads the Social Democrats along with the third coalition partner, the Green Party. He has been at the head of the coalition since 2021, but now without a majority, one of Europe's most significant powers faces uncertainty. The German Chancellor says he had no choice but to fire the Finance Minister.
I feel forced to take this step in order to avert damage to our country. We need a government capable of acting that has the force to take the necessary actions for our country. That's what was important to me in the past 3 years. That's what's important to me now.
Still to come on today's Smart 7, United clock up another win, and why Oh Canada sounds increasingly appealing to Americans. Right after this.
Weight loss. It needs to be fast and sustainable. Noom GLP-1 starts at just $149 and ships to your door in 7 days. Take it from Lauren, who lost 22 pounds on Noom.
If I come off of the GLP-1, it's not going to automatically make my weight yo-yo back.
$149 GLP-1s? Now that's Noom smart. Get started at Noom.com. Real Noom user compensated to provide their story. Individual results may vary. Not all customers will medically qualify for prescription medications. Compounded medications are not reviewed by the FDA for safety, efficacy, or quality.
Welcome back. Thursday night saw another packed schedule of European football with 17 games in the Europa League and 18 in the Europa Conference League. Man United, Spurs, Chelsea, Rangers and Hearts were all in action. Spurs played early, travelling to Turkey to face Galatasaray, but they lost 3-2 and Rangers drew against Olympiacos, while Chelsea thumped Armenian side Noah 8-0. At Old Trafford, Man United hosted Greek side PAOK under the watchful eye of temporary manager Ruud van Nistelrooy. Things once again went surprisingly well and it finished 2-0 to United, much to the delight of Ruud, who now has 3 wins in 3 games.
For me it was important to get results coming, and there was the Leicester game, the Chelsea game and now this one, so I can only be happy with the performance that the players put in and the bit that I could do to help them. I enjoy it.
Saoirse Ronan went very viral after a recent appearance on The Graham Norton Show. She intervened in the bro chat between Paul Mescal, Eddie Redmayne and Denzel Washington, who were joking about fight training and the need to protect yourself against attack. She pointed out quite correctly that is something women have to consider all the time and briefly silenced the couch entirely. The moment's gone so viral that she was asked about it on the US Today show when she popped up to promote her new movie Blitz. She says her views have partly been formed by the killing of Sarah Everard in 2021.
I've been really vocal just in my own sort of personal life. And so it was just sort of something that naturally came up on the show. But it's been really interesting to see what the response has been. Like, it's just sort of gone everywhere. And I think people have needed something like this to go, oh, okay, we can talk about it now.
With Trump's win in America, the idea of fleeing to Canada has become suddenly popular on social media, so it's the perfect time for a movie called Oh Canada. It's written and directed by the man behind the legendary American Gigolo, Paul Schrader, and it stars his former leading man, Richard Gere. Gere is joined by Uma Thurman, Jacob Elordi and more in the story of a terminally ill writer and filmmaker who fled to Canada to avoid the Vietnam War and has decided to tell his story for a documentary. It's due for release on December 6th.
He's mixing things together. Memories, films, fantasies, other people's stories.
You're talking about me like I'm not in the room. I can hear you. Come on, let's just keep going. Can we do that?
You're confused.
Stay away from me.
Laying soft around your feet.
You were a hero. You stood against war.
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes and we'll give you the world.
1-800-Flowers.com knows that a gift is never just a gift. A gift is an expression of everything you feel and helps to build more meaningful relationships. 1-800-Flowers takes the pressure off by helping you navigate life's important moments by making it simple to find the perfect gift. From flowers and cookies to cake and chocolate, 1-800-Flowers helps guide you in finding the right gift to say how you feel. To learn more, visit 1-800-Flowers.com/ACAST. That's 1-800-Flowers.com/ACAST.